We are happy to be joined by two-time Olympic gold medalist Kaillie Humphries, once again here to tell us about a great program that's helping break down barriers for amateur female athletes. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
You've got your Stampede duds on, and I was saying before the break, it wasn't that long ago that we were talking about being the parade marshal.
I know, and I was going through like my belt buckle and my little like parade marshal sheriff's badge the other day, trying to like get it all out. It was all in a little group, and memories.
It's a good time of year.
It is a great time of year.
Okay, and great to speak to you about this program. And this is the Champions Fund Grant Program for female athletes. Tell us a bit about this fund.
So Canada's Dairy Farmers has put together this fund. This is the second year running now. So they've actually increased it. Last year it was 20. This year it's 30 deserving girls that will be receiving $5,000 grants. So the mission is to make sure that no hurdle exists. So Canada's Dairy Farmers has really come together and put together this mission to make sure no hurdle exists for young girls or women within sport, for them to really be able to realize their passion of sport. You know, they really want to make sure women's sports are more watched, more appreciated, and more funded. And that's something that I'm extremely, extremely passionate about. You know, there's a huge drop-off, and we've seen a huge drop-off of young girls as they start in sport, you know, as they transition into adolescence, and that's not okay.
Right.
At no point should women or young girls be forced to drop out of sport due to a variety of different things, you know, whether it's peer pressure or a lack of confidence or funding being a big one. And so Canada's Dairy Farmers has come together, realized, you know, there's a huge inequality between men and women, especially at that adolescent age. And they've really stepped up and really tried to cover that section and to make sure that, you know, no woman goes without and no hurdle exists within our country.
Excellent. And who qualifies for these grants?
Anybody qualifies. So whether you're individual, team, whether you're a young girl or, you know, a woman, it doesn't matter what you're doing. Any female athlete that wants to partake in sport from grassroots level right up to elite, you qualify for this grant. So it runs from now until September 20th, and then by September 20th, they'll be picking 30 of the top girls within Canada from a variety, from all of those different categories. And whether, you know, you're trying to make up for travel or team fees or being able just to participate in a community event. If you have an obstacle within sport as a female athlete, make sure that you apply, because that's what this grant is for.
Yeah, and for yourself as a young female athlete entering into your sport, that $5,000, how important would that have been?
It's so important. I mean, when I first started, even for the first probably, I would say, 6 years of sport, $5,000 goes a long way. I mean, for me, you know, that was purchasing bobsled equipment right from go to be able to kind of level up one, being able to, you know, pay for that next set of runners, being able just to have that little bit of weight lifted. $5,000 goes a long way, and so overall, it's an amazing initiative that Canada's Dairy Farmers is doing, the Fueling Women Champions Grant, and I am so proud to be a part.
Good, and that can really be the difference, as you say, between stopping your sport or continuing and potentially going on
100%.
and making a career of it.
Just being able to have the opportunity to travel, to up one level, just to participate in, and sometimes that's all it is, you know, being able to fund a community league, being able to buy jerseys for your team, something simple. That's literally all it is. And you know, those little hurdles are usually what ends up stopping women or girls within sport, and that's unacceptable. So the fact that Canada Dairy Farmers has really stepped up is phenomenal, and that $5,000 to any girl across the board will make a big difference.
Okay, well, what a great role model that you are for this cause, and thank you for lending a voice to this. Really quickly, I know you have all your eyes are on 2018, you're in training.
Yes.
So what kind of lifting are you doing right now? What kind of training? It's all power, right?
It's all power-based. Everything we do is power-based, super explosive, very, very quick. So I'm doing a lot of weightlifting, a lot of sprinting, but very short, you know, 30, 40, 50-meter stuff, reps of, you know, 4 through 8, and then as it gets closer to the season, that'll drop, weight will go up, the intensity will go up, and it'll be all about explosivity. Again, we push for 5 seconds, so literally that's all I'm trying to do, and then the actual bobsleigh stuff will come later once the season begins.
Okay, so any midway snacks in your future, or is that off the table?
I'd like to say no, but at the end of the day, I'm going to give myself one day. I always give myself one day every Stampede where I just go in and enjoy, and those mini donuts call my name every single year. I can't help it.
I get it.
Oh.
Mini donuts.
Yes.
It's a carb load. Andrew Schultz, mini donuts, have you had any yet?
Well, I'm certainly not in training.